Welcome to Project Bearded. I'm Brian. We are wrapping up week 43 of my beard. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys my full morning routine. But before we do, I would like to ask just a small favor from you guys, and that is, of course, to give this video a thumbs up by smashing that like button below. And of course, if you aren't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Those two small gestures don't cost you anything, but they would mean the world to me as they will help this channel grow so we can reach more like-minded individuals and maybe even inspire some future beardsmen. So, once you've liked and subscribed, we'll be able to jump into today's bearded content. Right quick, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is my morning routine and not necessarily what you should be doing for your beard. All beards are unique, and what it takes to make them look their best is going to be very individual. The purpose of this style of video is just to show you what can be done so that maybe you can learn a tip or two along the way so you can look your best as a beardsman. With that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, so I've already washed and conditioned my beard today. Now it's time to do my morning routine so you guys can see what it is I do. I've dried my beard so it's still damp but it's not dripping wet anymore. Now we're going to apply beard oil, and for today I'm going to use what is left of my Johnny Ray beard oil in the Nirvana scent. As you can see, I've got very little of this stuff left. I'm actually not even going to use the dropper top to it. I'm just going to very carefully pour some out into my palm. That actually looks like it's going to be good. Rub it between the hands just a little bit, get some on the fingertips, and then massage it into the skin underneath the beard. That is where we want to concentrate the beard oil first. The reason why is because beard oil helps replace the lack of sebum, which is the naturally oily substance our body makes. That's what keeps our beard feeling fresh and good so it doesn't get dried out. And then after we massage it into the skin, we can work it through the beard itself. Now, important thing to know is you should still have a little bit of oil residue on your hands from the beard oil. It shouldn't still be sobbing like it was when you first poured some out, nor should it be bone dry. If either of those things hold true, that means either you had too much beard oil or not enough. But with the extra, you can basically apply it anywhere you may have dry skin or where you feel it may be beneficial to add some moisturizing benefits. For me, I'm going to go a little bit behind the ears because I get a little dry spots back there. I'm going to go underneath the eyes with the extra because it can work with most beard oils as an under eye serum. You know, as we get older, we get bags under our eyes, and that could help. And then the extra, I'm just kind of wiping pretty much anywhere on my body. All right, after that, I'm going to cap the bottle and put it away, so I'm done with that. Then I'm going to use my Chicago comb to brush through my beard to spread the product out evenly so it's coated everywhere for best effect, or to get the most out of it, I should say. And I'm also stimulating the skin underneath as I go down. And as you can see, I'm not going all the way through the beard. It's not because you shouldn't. It's because with my beard, if I try to go all the way through right away, I'll get snagged and caught. And if I try to get aggressive with it when it just doesn't want to naturally go through, that could cause damage to the beard hairs. And that's something we want to try to avoid. So depending on your beard's density and how your beard hairs are, you may have to hit a couple spots a few times before you can go all the way through. If that's the case, going at slightly different angles each time may help with that to avoid knots and tangles. All right. use my little mustache comb, which is a Kent comb, go through the mustache. And you may have noticed that when I was applying the beard oil, I didn't really touch under here where the soul patch area is. That's because I have very little hair there. And I find that when I do apply beard oil there directly, I tend to get a pimple or two because it's then too much oil in that particular spot. So I ignore it when applying the beard oil, and then after combing my mustache, I then just run it through, and that seems for me to work just fine. Now that we've applied the beard oil, we have to let it sit 3 to 5 minutes. This is important because if we go to apply heat too soon, which I'm going to do today because I have to do it every day to get my beard looking right. If we apply it too soon, it just evaporates the oil. But if we wait too long, the oil absorbs too much into the skin and beard and loses the protective quality that the oil has for our beard when we apply heat. So while that's doing that, I'm going to plug in my beard straightener, turn it on, and you see it going up. It's going to go up to 320 degrees. I find that for me, that's the best temperature to get the best results. The reason why we want to make sure we have oil through our beard when applying heat is because over time, applying heat can damage your hair. It's probably not going to happen if you do it once or twice, but if you do it on a regular basis, the accumulation will damage your beard hair most likely. So this is to help protect your hair so your beard will last a lifetime. Like I said, 3 to 5 minutes, but we're just gonna wait until this gets up to the temperature because I don't want to have you guys watch me just twiddle my thumbs for those 3 to 5 minutes. And a couple things I just want to note is that you're going to see me do put a decent amount of effort into my beard to get it the way I want. Not everyone has to put in that much effort, and there may be some people who put in even more. What I find when I've researched how other people take care of their beards is that the further apart where your beard will naturally look out of the shower to where you want it to look for the day, the further apart those are from each other, generally speaking, the more effort you're going to have to put into your beard. Of course, there may be exceptions, but I think this is a good general rule that you will find. And for me, if you've seen what I look like in previous videos or on my Instagram page where I upload daily progress pics, I like my beard fairly straight, going down, and neat looking. As you saw just now, it doesn't quite look like that. So I've got quite a distance to go to get there, and you're going to see what I do to get from where I am right now to where I want to be. And there we are. The heated brush is where we want it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down my entire beard and mustache as a first step. And when doing this, we want to take our time for a couple of reasons. First off, by taking our time, we're creating a little bit more tension on the beard hairs, and that will help better straighten my beard as I go. Also too, just because I went through the beard with the comb earlier doesn't mean that I now don't have any knots or tangles somewhere within the beard. And I can actually feel one. Nope, glide it through. And if I'm going too fast, even with the heated brush, I could still snag on some of those and cause damage to my beard that way. However, by taking my time, I find that with the heated brush, it can, on its own, work its way through some of the time. It depends, really. So for safe grooming practices and to make sure you're actually letting the heated brush do its job, you want to make sure that you're taking your time. All right, now that I've gone all around on the top of the beard, I'm going to grab the beard, and go underneath and hit the underside of the beard, because having the under hairs be straight too will help with the density of your beard. If the hairs on the back are all shriveled up, you lose some of that density you're trying to go for. Now I'm going to take my comb and I'm going to once again work through very gently, though. I'm not trying to be aggressive with this at all. And the reason why I like to go with the comb after hitting the using the heated brush in a certain direction is because you'll find that when you use a heated brush especially, it tends to flatten your hairs together and make your beard not look less dense than what it actually is. So going through with the comb helps mitigate that. Now that I've gone down, I'm going to go up. And I'm going to start with the mustache today because I can kind of feel the hairs going in my mouth a little bit. And I don't want that. All right. Now, because the hairs on the side are quite long, just like it is all the way around, because for this beard I'm not trimming anything, I'm going to start halfway and go up. Get those relatively straight. Get the middle down just to straighten it out slightly. And then everything at once, all the way up like so. And now I'm just going to go all around the beard, hitting it up. Very important. You see I'm kind of following my the contour of my face as I'm going up. But when I get to the cheek area, instead of going back in towards my eye, I just continue to go straight up and slightly out for safety, to avoid my eye, basically. Now I'm going to do the other side like I did before. Halfway, and then all up at once. And you can see sometimes I do use my hand, especially on the initial passing near my eye. That's so I can help get all the hairs to the tips of them. Because the other method, when I back off my face as I get near my eye, it doesn't have much tension on the tips of the beard, so that's my way of working around that. Once again, my Chicago comb. Now I'm going to go straight up, caught my nose. Oh. No, got a little, had a little knot there. Now I'm going to go side to side, one way first and then the other. Today I'm going to go this way, my right to my left. And I'm using my hand at the end like that, again, to make sure I'm getting the tips of the hairs on that side. Once again, with the comb, help keep some of that volume. And once again, we're going to go up. Hit the mustache. Go back at it with the comb. And now we're going to go left to right across the beard. And again, using my hand when I no longer have any for the ends of the beards. For the beard, excuse me. There's only one. Back to the comb, of course. And then last time going up. Of course, if you don't have a heated brush, you can use a blow dryer. That's what I used when I was first growing my beard and learning these techniques before I went out and bought one. It does take a little more work, and it would probably be easier if you had a round brush instead of trying to use a comb like this. At least that's what I observed from watching tutorials on YouTube when I was first learning. All right, so now that the beard looks crazy and it's kind of sticking up, we're going to use this comb to help bring it down. And one thing I like to do is, because the way I went underneath and down is I kind of separated the middle a little bit. And now I like to, this is just my preference, catch those middle strands, work them straight, and up here too, and then go back and finish what I was doing. And as you can see on the sides, I'm going out and slightly down too. For me, I find going this way instead of just going down helps overall with the shape, so it looks more symmetric on both sides. All right, now we got to hit the mustache because the mustache kind of crazy. So I'm going to go down and at a slight outward angle on each side. All right, and then tackle it like so. And then I'm going to very lightly go over the beard with the brush one more time and try to make sure that the ends are as straight as possible, because they tend to want to curl on me a little bit. So straighten them out just a little bit more usually helps. Combing through helps see any areas you may want to touch up again. And then I'm going to grab my mustache comb. Yeah, see, my mustache didn't come out quite like how I like it. So I'm going to go out and down. I'm going to do that on both sides. All right, so as you can see, heat helps make your beard more pliable for styling. And if heat does that, cold air will help solidify and lock it into place. So for that, I am going to use this blow dryer, but I'm going to use it on the cold setting on low, and I'm going to go underneath the beard and all around. Gonna now hit the mustache. All right, now I'm going to take my bristle brush, boar's hair bristle brush, excuse me, and I'm going to go comb it down to get it to the shape I want it now that I've straightened out the hairs and at least as straight as I'm going to be able to get them. Important to note, you can just let it air cool naturally your hair, but cooling it quicker with a cold blast from a blow dryer helps better lock it in the position it is right now. Sometimes when you let it naturally cool off, the hairs will re-shrink and curl and twist. So just an important note there. Now I'm going to go straight down. That actually looks pretty good. Normally I would hit a little heat in this area because they were fixed out. Sometimes a little extra heat makes sure they stay flat. But it actually looks like it's staying down today, so it doesn't seem to be necessary for me. Of course, once you get it how you like, you should probably stop playing with it, because messing with it too much can start to undo some of what you did. So we're going to call that good. That was my entire morning routine. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it, excuse me. Now let's head out and wrap up this video. And there you have it, my full morning routine. To reiterate a couple things I said earlier in the video, all beards are unique, and just because this is what I do in the morning doesn't mean it's what you need to do. But a good general rule of thumb is the more different your beard looks like from where it starts off to where you want it to end, generally speaking, the more effort you're going to have to put into it. With that being said, I would like to thank you guys for sticking to this video to the end. That tells me that you did enjoy today's bearded content. So do me a solid and double check to make sure you did smash that like button below so you can give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and turn on those notifications so you won't miss any of my videos. Then leave me a comment below, share this video with your friends, and while you're at it, go head on over to Instagram and follow me there at Project Bearded. A link will be in the description. Once again, I'm Brian, this is Project Bearded, and I will see you guys in the next video.